Yes, legends, we are live. Bitcoin dropping, altcoins dropping. We are going to be going through the technical analysis. What's been going on here with Bitcoin? Are there any big major opportunities? Are there any good trading setups? Of course there is, guys. We'll be going through that in today's live stream. Matter of fact, we are hitting a very interesting zone. Not quite yet, where I'm interested in taking a long position. Now, let's talk about the different altcoins as well throughout this live stream, because this is why we do not buy the pumps, guys. We do not buy the pumps because Bitcoin, if it does drop, then it's going to drag the altcoins to the downside, right? We are seeing that pullback on some major altcoins. Not massively, but this is why we do not buy the pumps. We already want to be in good positions on the pump, and this retracement is going to be a big fat nothing burger for us. We'll just be holding on that pullback before we continue to higher levels. Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. Let's go through the comment section. We already 300 people watching the stream. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, guys, on your way in. Smash it up. We can get to a few hundred likes now in the next coming minutes. And we're going to get some people joining the live stream, right? Let's get some people so they can see the beginning of the technical analysis. We'll be going through what has been happening here throughout the last 24 hours. My goodness, this did end up in an expanding move to the downside. We were in doubt here throughout the live stream yesterday, as in, hey, you know, maybe this could be a lower high and we could take out these lows. I was interested in a long position here for a technical ABC flat possibility and continuation to the upside. However, we sliced through this level, so there was no long trades mentioned yesterday in between this low right over here and this low. If we take out this low and we do not recover above this low, I am waiting for this low to be taken very aggressively with a possible ABC scenario or a 1, 2, 3, right? And we are going to lower levels. So that is what happened. We hit the low, we did not recover, we continued to the downside to hit this low. So there's no long trades to be taken here unless the price recovered from this low. Now, what happened? We moved down very aggressively throughout the last 24 hours. Where did we get the first initial bounce? Okay, well, we did hit the 1.618 extension from this move right over here and got that instant bounce. When we go to all-time high to this pivot low to the lower high, and we do see the extension, we can see how we hit the 1.618 and we got that instant bounce right over here, exactly at the 1.618 extension. Fibonacci doing its magic right over here. Really nice bounce of a couple of $1,000s. Very much acceptable for a trade, very aggressive. I did jump into a long trading setup here as a scalp day trade. Took profits at the VWAP. This was a double bottom scenario that was mentioned today in the Legends trading community. We were looking for this double bottom right over here, looking for these lower highs to be claimed. However, we did get resistance at the VWAP, which was a take profit zone. Okay, we did get the reaction here. We did not manage to break above the VWAP. We were targeting this lower high at $95,000. And we just formed a lower high and continued to the downside. Now, let's talk about the technical analysis. What levels am I interested in for a possible long setup? Now, we're just slicing through the level here, slicing through the lows. So there's no double bottom, there's no triple bottom, there's no nothing. What is the next major interesting level that we might be hitting throughout this stream now in the next coming minutes to speculate on a potential long position? And we are going to be talking that right now. It is the point of control. We are very close from this consolidation. We also have some Fibonacci retracements from some higher low pivots, such as this one right over here to the all-time high. We do have the golden pocket. That is where we currently trading at the moment. Would be nice to sweep up this low, hit the point of control. That could be an instant reaction level to start bouncing. Okay, so we're going to be paying attention very carefully to that point of control of this range. Let's mark it on the chart and then we'll go through the comment section. I'm very much interested in this point of control of the range of last week, right? We can just put that there right here as so and say point of control range last week, right? And that level is looking very interesting. I do expect some pretty decent support if the price does manage to come all the way down there. Now, we're going to go through the comment section. we need to analyze what the heck happened here. Now, this is a classic 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗴 zone, right? And most of the people are going to be seeing this as a descending broadening wedge megaphone pattern where you get the width of the wedge and from the breakout and you expect $100,000 Bitcoin, right? Classic fake out, trapping a lot of breakout traders, right? Descending broadening wedge, and then you look for long positions, you add to the long position, you get all of those longs absolutely wrecked. Okay, we were very much aware of this scenario on yesterday's live stream. Okay, we needed to be very, very cautious with this scenario because what we explained yesterday was, hey, be aware that this could be an ABC move or a 1, 2, 3. This is a first initial wave, second wave, and then we're forming a third wave here to claim these lows, or maybe an ABC move, right? So this is a dangerous area. This is also dangerous. Matter of fact, we did get a beautiful short position right over here at the daily. I was expecting a scalp. I was expecting the price to actually maintain support and continue to the upside, but it did not do that. Okay, it just collapsed, claimed the lows, and even continued collapsing throughout the last few hours. We did have some ETF outflows as well just yesterday, so we got a few outflows, right? Is there a bit of panic? Is the Bitcoin top in? Okay, is the bull market top in? We're front running $100,000. Everybody's going to be wrong. This is it. It is the bear market. I don't think so, guys. We haven't even started on major altcoins as well. We need to see those pullbacks. It is absolutely natural to see pullbacks in a bull run. The previous bull run, we had 30% pullbacks, okay, on those parabolic runs, right? We were getting 30% pullbacks, 28, 25, 16%. Right now, from all-time high, we're just having round about an 8, 9%, not even a 9% pullback. So let's calm down, guys. We will find some support at some stage and reverse. However, where is that support? Where are we going to get the bounce? Let me know throughout this live stream. Well, our first attempt is sitting here at the $91,250 range. I like that level. It's a high volume node from this consolidation that we had last week. So I do see a chance of the price getting an instant bounce from this zone. Let's see if we do get one more wick, sweep some lows right over here, and then look for that potential bounce. Let's go. Support at $64,000. My goodness, that is very far away. Yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, we're talking about day trading setups, right? Scalps and day trades, looking for, you know, initial trades inside of the zone. So that's what we're going to be talking about throughout this live stream. Try and analyze the waves, right? Because so far yesterday, we talked about this being an initial wave 1 or wave A. We had a zigzag right over here. Be aware this could collapse down to the lows. So we've hit the 1.618 extension from this move. Now what? Okay, now what? Is this a wave 1 right over here? This a wave 1, this a wave 2, this a wave 3, this a wave 4, wave 5. We should be getting a bounce very, very soon. Is it going to be here? I mean, this is an acceptable long in zone. I have to be honest here. It is acceptable for a long. Manage risk accordingly. I wouldn't go too heavy. I really want to see some levels being hit. However, I understand that, yeah, maybe this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be it. We're going to get that initial bounce right now to sweep up the lower highs from today above $95,000 in the next coming hours. Is that a possibility? Absolutely, yes. I do think so, that we are going to get a bounce of a few $1,000s very, very soon. The question is, will it be here? Will it be sweeping up the point of control and a few lows right there? Will we just get one more leg to the downside? We need to be ready. We need to manage risk. I wouldn't go too crazy here if we're jumping into a long position on this falling knife, okay? Because, well, falling knife, not much of a falling knife. We are dropping down with a bit of choppiness. When we do take a look at the volume, we are having decreasing volume. So there is divergence in the volume. That bounce looks inevitable at some point here in this $91,000 range. So we need to manage risk, right? We want to be in that bounce. It does make sense for this to be either a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or maybe the fourth wave hasn't finished yet, and the fifth wave obviously hasn't even started yet. How come? Because this wave right over here is extremely shallow in timing compared to the wave 2. Of course, it's acceptable. It could happen without a doubt. Maybe it has finished that wave 4. Okay, so regardless of that situation, we'll be analyzing, okay, with the timing. Yeah, it's very much acceptable that this wave 4 could have finished right there. Okay, if this were to be a wave 4, we got a wave 5 with decreasing volume. Hey, when we are creating lower lows with decreasing volume, hey, the bounce is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point, right? You're going to get a pretty epic bounce very soon. Now, it's trying to detect that area where it's going to bounce and how to manage risk. That is the situation when we are trading, right? I know the bounce is going to come. So if we are going to get into a trade, I should decrease the amount of capital, right? If I'm used to risking 1 to 2% of my capital on a trading setup, right, where my stop loss is, right, maybe I'm going to use a little bit less because I'm not too sure if the price is actually going to come down to a stronger support level where I would be very much interested in getting into the long position, which is this point of control of this range. And it does make sense. We have formed 5 waves to the downside on higher time frame. However, what if this hasn't been the 5th wave, right? We're getting that bounce and we're coming all the way up to these highs. There is a possibility that we could be forming an ABC flat still, right? There is a chance that this maybe is an A wave, this is a B wave, and we're going to form that C wave. Regardless of what we are in right now, the bounce looks inevitable, right? It doesn't matter. This is the beauty about technical analysis. This is the beauty about understanding the waves, the timing. We are going to get that bounce. It's going to happen. Whether this is an ABC flat and then we continue down, or we have finished 5 waves to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with decreasing volume, we know that that bounce is inevitable. So if you are getting into a long trade in this zone, guys, just be aware that we could come down to the point of control. That's a beautiful reaction zone, okay? It could come down here and then get the bounce, all right? However, it could happen without hitting that level, all right? We have reasons to believe that the bounce is coming because we are dropping down with divergence, right? Volume divergence. If you are breaking out from lows, you want to see the volume increasing, right? Not decreasing, meaning that the volume to the downside is getting exhausted, you know, getting ready for that bounce. So that bounce looks inevitable at this moment, you know, hitting point of control from that zone or not. It looks like that we are going to get that bounce. I mean, a long trade here is acceptable. Okay, just be aware that though we could get another drop, all right? Just manage risk. If you're entering a position, make it lower than usual, right? Because we could ever so slightly tap the point of control. I do think that this is a very, very solid level from last week that should be maintaining that support. It might front run it. We're going to have to see. We're going to go through some altcoins. We're going to go through the exact technical trading setups on Bitcoin. We are Bitcoin traders. We are Bitcoin technical analysts. And this is what we focus mainly. However, altcoins are bleeding. We are going down. There are a few altcoins that are still great in a fantastic zone of buying, okay? And I'm very much happy to buy this pullback on a few altcoins that are going to be mentioned in this altcoin, okay? We just need to be ready. We might be holding some unrealized losses, 5%, 10%. It is part of the game, guys. Bull run is not over. Matter of fact, the altcoins, some altcoins haven't even exploded, but we are not interested in buying Cardano here. We were already buying Cardano at the 60-70 cent zone. We are not interested in buying Constellation DAG here just at the 7 cent zone. No, we were already in here. So we are pretty well positioned on these spot bags. And we are going to be talking about those altcoins that haven't even broken out from the consolidation area, the accumulation zone. They're just tapping the highs and now they're correcting. This is opportunity zone before we get the breakout in the coming weeks, in my personal opinion. So smash up the like button, get ready, guys, because bull run is not over. We are just getting a nice healthy pullback that is going to bring some great opportunities. Dips are for buying, pumps are for selling, or not for buying. So we're not interested in buying the pumps. Without a doubt, we are already in. And if we are getting that pullback in a consolidation area, we are ready to scoop up some more before we get the major rally, guys. Make sure to stay tuned because we'll be talking about those altcoins throughout the stream. Salute to you, my man. Get your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, your water, your beer, your vodka, Coke, whatever you want, because we are getting started right now. Right, a lot of altcoins in the comment section. Lot of altcoins in the comment section, guys. I want to focus a little bit more on the Bitcoin TA, okay? We need to understand how many of you got into a long position here. Who was believing that we were going to hit all-time high? This was not a zone to long, guys. We were very, very much aware of the different scenarios yesterday. There was 2 scenarios locally here. Whoever was on the live stream yesterday, I did not long anything here. Nothing, nada, no long positions taken in this zone. And it was explained yesterday. Who joined the live stream? What was the plan yesterday? What was the plan? Okay, I know some of you were paying attention. What was the plan yesterday on the long position? For me, it was pretty clear, right? For me, it was clear. Hey, we had the point of control. We had VWAP. We had so many support levels locally that were being lost. And I was not interested. We were having some bullish CVDs, but I'm saying, guys, I'm not long in here. I need 2 scenarios to get into the long. Two scenarios. I need 2 things to happen to me to jump into a long. I'm not trying to predict that this is going to be a higher low. Nope. I don't want to get into a long. I'm not putting stop loss here or here. I'm not adding to position. None of that was a plan. None of that was a plan yesterday. Whoever paid attention, guys. There was 2 plans here. And I'm going to go through those plans. And this is why there was no longs to be taken here or no longs to be taken here. All right. Why? It was explained yesterday. It was explained yesterday as we were trading in this area. There was 2 scenarios. Reclaim the VWAP, the point of control, and the daily open. You reclaim that level with a nice pump with volume. We have high probability that we're going to take out this high and potentially continue to the upside if you do not double top from this level. I mean, this would have been a take profit zone if we would have got that breakout. That's a sign of strength. We could jump into a long trade once we get that sign of strength, getting above point of control of the zone, VWAP, daily open. We need to reclaim those levels. We've lost them. We cannot lose these levels and expect a higher low here randomly, right? To say, okay, we got a double 1-2 here potentially. Bullish CVD divergence. It's not enough. It is not enough. The other scenario was, we need to explain this, guys. Come on. We need to explain the education, the reasons of not taking a trade here. Not taking a trade here, right? A long trade. We need to explain why, right? Because I know a lot of people must have longed here, or maybe the breakout, or maybe longing here. I know people got wrecked. The reason why the price drops like this is because there's liquidity and there's people longing, and there is liquidity and people get wrecked. There is a technical reason why not to get into any long positions here. There was one scenario that I said, okay, there is a possibility that this is a wave 1 to the upside and we're forming an ABC flat. We could be in the formation of an ABC flat here. Claim this low and recover from that low and then move to the upside. That was a plan yesterday. What happened? It just collapsed from that low. There was a breakdown of the low and there was no looking back. There was no looking back. So there's no longs to be taken here. No longs to be taken. We need that low to be hit and a possibility of a reclaim here from that low. Liquidity grab and some buying pressure kicking in here. Stop loss at the low. Give it a chance for this to be an ABC flat. You can give it a chance, but you need to reclaim the lows. So what did happen? We did not reclaim the lows. We just sliced through the level and came down to this area, giving the probability of this being an initial wave 1, right? And an expanding move. And this being a zigzag in either a wave B or a wave 2, right? Which was explained yesterday. To take out at some point these lows. This is why there was risk here. There was risk. So that's happened, right? And as I explained throughout the beginning of the stream, there's going to be a bounce happening here. There will be a bounce that is highly likely going to take out $95,000, right? There is going to be a bounce, legends. There is going to be a bounce. Now, the difficult part is, where is that bounce? How am I going to enter? How much am I going to enter with? Am I going to enter with what I usually risk? Or I don't have a clear low just yet. I know that bounce is highly likely. Why is it highly likely, you may ask? There's an explanation, of course, behind every single trading setup that we mention on the channel. We just don't randomly talk about, I think we're going to bounce, this should be support, there's a technical reason behind a trading setup where we have entry zone, stop loss, and take profit areas. So let me just quickly explain that, which has been explained briefly throughout the beginning of the stream. We have this scenario, or this wave 4 has not finished, and we have a flat structure here on the formation, and then a larger wave 5. This is the scenario that I am looking at here. Could we just slice through all of this zone, point of control, and get a major collapse? Absolutely yes. It could happen. I do not want to be doing any irresponsible trading here. Adding to position, longs, add more. It's going to bounce at some point. Andy believes it's going to bounce, so it should bounce. Absolutely not. Maybe you're adding to the short position because you think I'm completely wrong here. Well, this is the thing right now. Regardless of this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 1, 2, 3, 4 in a flat 5, that bounce is extremely likely. The question is, where is the low? Where is the low? What levels am I interested in here for a long setup? That's what we're going to talk about, guys. Like I said, the point of control here looks very attractive. The point of control looks very attractive here, and I would give it a chance. Now, if this were to be an ABC flat, okay, if this were to be an ABC flat, expanding flat, let's take a look here at the pivot low to this pivot high. We are in the ABC flat target zone. We are in the B target area, which is the 1236 1382. That is where we're getting a little bit of a reaction. This could be the zone if it were to be an ABC flat to get the bounce. Now, I have doubts of this being an ABC flat. Potentially we are already in that fourth wave here, and we are just extending a little bit lower on this fifth wave. Now, fifth wave targets, that's something that we need to talk about. Fifth wave targets taken from the start of the wave 1 to the end of wave 1 to the end of wave 4, potentially. We do not know that. For the fifth waves, very commonly they are very similar to the first wave, right? So what is interesting about this, if we are going to see the fifth wave very similar to the first wave, which happens a lot, does happen a lot, the length can be very, very similar. It's taking the price all the way down to round about the point of control, which is sitting at $91,200. It could be. I'm interested. That would be the same length as that first wave down here in this expanding move. It's a great zone. It's a great zone. I would be willing to speculate on a swing failure pattern on that low. This is if we do not bounce from this level. Point of control, sweep of the lows. It's an interesting area. That is if we do not bounce from here. So if the price moves down aggressively in the next hour, right, give or take, I am going to treat this as a solid level of support. And as long as the price is trading beneath that level, I am not interested in catching a falling knife. I am interested in catching the reaction, dropping beneath the level and reclaiming it on the lower time frames. That is if we do get that level being hit. I'm very much aware, you know, I think a small position here is acceptable. But you just need to take it with a pinch of salt, right? Just understand that those lows could be taken. This point of control could be taken. So you can't go too heavy on trying to risk that this is the bottom. It's very risky. There is, sometimes you get low risk trading setups. Sometimes you get high risk ones where you have a situation with your stop loss. So, there is a situation with stop loss here. So you can't go too heavy on that trading setup. Just be understanding that, hey, maybe we are going to come down and hit the point of control. We do not know if it's going to react and it might just slice through. Then we're going to have to say, oh, well, wow, what's going on here, right? All of this, is just not coming to fruition, right? The bounce here, the fifth wave or the ABC flat. So what's going on? Why are we losing this level? We're just looking at the probabilities, and probability is to get that bounce, taking out the low or not. So we just need to be very, 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 very cautious with our risk management, right? So anyway, let's go. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me here. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me, because yeah, I've been having some technical issues just before the stream, and I hope everything is working okay. Yes, says ASDF. Okay, perfect. Absolutely epic. What if it does not stop at the 91K? Then how deep it will fall? Says, that is a great question. Prakar Jain, that is an absolutely great question. We're going to go through that right away. Okay, I'm going to go through that right away, because that is a great question, right? We always talk about that, right? If we talk about on a stream, hey, where could look, we're looking for this to bounce, right? We're looking for this area to get the bounce, potentially go to $95,000 or even higher than that. So what if we do drop down, we smash through this point of control of this zone, right? And the price continues to the downside. Where could the price bounce? Right? Where could the price get a reaction bounce? I mean, this is a level that hasn't been mentioned in the Legends trading community. We need to be ready for different plans, right? Because we got a plan here, which played out pretty nicely. We got a bounce of $1,000. We did take some profits. Then rest of the trade breakout, at break even, and we are ready at certain levels. This level was ready as well. We got a nice little scalp of $1,000. Very nice. If we slice through, then this is a zone. And if we slice through this level where there's no reaction, it would be rare, but we need to be ready, right? It would be rare, but we need to be ready. And I think the best level that we do have is this higher low right there. Not because it's a higher low on the higher time frame. So I would treat this as a swing failure pattern level, liquidity grab level. There's more to it, not just because it's a higher low. We do have the value area low of this trading uptrend zone, right? We got a bit of a zone in an uptrend here. The value area low is sitting, ever so slightly beneath that low over here. Now we got some clear pivots where to take Fibonacci retracement to all-time high. We've got this higher low. Without a doubt, this higher low would be epic. I mean, I'm not sure if we are going to get a drop of $7,000 in the next coming hours. I don't think that's going to happen, but these are one of my favorite long positions. And whoever's been following the channel, I mean, this is extremely far away, okay? I don't think this is going to happen, but you never know. You might just sweep up all of these higher lows, right? It's just a classic liquidity zone, right? A major collapse that could happen in a matter of hours. I don't think this will happen, okay? But there's a long trading setup here, without a doubt. And whoever's been following the channel long enough knows that this is actually a trading strategy. It's a setup where you have a uptrend, major pump, a first higher low, and you get continuation to the upside, right? And then this higher low is a great liquidity zone where you most of the times get a reaction, right? And you form that liquidity grab. Now, to know about that liquidity grab, you need to get acceptance back above that low. And the same applies on a downtrend, right? Where you have a major drop, you have a dead cat bounce, and then you have the price, you know, continuing to the downside. This first initial lower high after a major collapse is a great zone for a liquidity grab, okay? And a short position stop loss at the high, right? It happens many, many times. So it's a level that you want to take into consideration for the future, right? I'm not saying that this level is going to be hit today. It might be hit in 3 days. It might not be hit and then for the next coming months. But it's a great level. Okay, I would take that into consideration just because it's the first higher time frame corrective move after this major rally, right? It's the first corrective move. It's always a good level for a liquidity grab and a bounce, and this bounce is likely going to be a few $1,000s. So it's one of them to put in the trading book, right? In the trading strategy plans that you have for the week, for example. It might never come down there. Well, not never. It might not come down there this week or next week. It might just not be hit, but it's a level that we could be ready, right? If the price starts collapsing down without getting any reactions at these levels and it just waterfalls and we just get a massive sell-off, you need to be ready here. That would be the $85,300 level, because this is without a doubt a liquidity grab zone and an instant bounce zone. And you know, you can manage your risk very, very well here. Now that level is too far away. We might not even hit that level, but it's just a level to be ready for, right? What if the price suddenly waterfalls from here? Well, you got a level right there to take action, right? So alert set here is not a bad idea, because you know that higher low from the 12th of November is a liquidity grab zone. Great SFP level, just because it's the first corrective move after a major pump, and they're usually very, very good for a sweep of liquidity. So there is other levels, of course. There is that level over here, which is the value area low, and this low over here, value area low of this trading zone of last week. Now, when we do take a look at Fibonacci, we got a couple of pivot higher lows, right? We got this one, we got this one, and you know, we got this one right over here as well. But if we drop down to those levels, I'm interested in Fibonacci retracement from these two pivots. When we get this pivot low to the pivot high, we do have the 0.88 Fibonacci, which is sitting at the value area low. When we do get Fibonacci from this pivot to the all-time high, we do have the 7.8 Fibonacci also at the value area low, taking out this low. So this area is extremely important, and the best way to trade this is take this low as your guidance. You could aggressively long the value area low, which is in confluence with the 0.88 fib here. I mean, it would be an aggressive long. If we do collapse down from this low, I think the value area low of this trading zone at 88,300 could get that reaction bounce. Like treat it as an SFP if we were to come down there. You get beneath it, you're not interested. As soon as you get above it, you can snipe it. You could get that instant recovery V shape. So those are the levels, the interest zones, and you just need to take them as swing failure pattern levels, right? You're beneath them, you're not interested. As soon as you get that reaction acceptance above that level, then you can trigger that long managing risk. Like I mean, these are levels just to get ready for, okay? These are trading setups just to get ready for. As mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I don't think we're gonna, I think we're gonna take out $95,000 first, then actually successfully breaking down from this point of control. I think that bounce is likely going to happen, purely based on the waves, on the timing, on the technicals, on the volume divergence, right? We're breaking down with lower lows with decreasing volume, and of course that is a full recipe for a pretty decent dead cat bounce, right? So let's go right away through the comment section. Nobody's buying BTC here. Gotta wait until confirmation. I would like to know what confirmation. Let's go through comment section. It is about time. A little bit of the technicals here on the price of Bitcoin. If the price does manage to bounce very aggressively all the way up here to $95,000, it is going to be an interesting area. I think we do have a daily level ever so slightly above $95,000. Oh no, very much at 98. Very far away. Very far away. Yeah, if we do get that movement up to this level, it's going to be... Would I be interested in a short? That is the question. I'm just aware of... I'm really aware, yeah, it's without a doubt, it is a liquidity zone. There is the ABC flat scenario as well, where the fourth wave is not finished. It's not going to be easy. I think you just have to treat that level as long as price is above it and it maintains our support. Not interested just in case price V-shapes, right? But as you do tap that zone, you know that you got some speculation technical analysis of that ABC flat here on this fourth wave. So you would have to take it with a pinch of salt. It's not going to be easy. It's not an easy level to trade without a doubt, but the risk management can be very, very good. So you get above that low, that high, you get beneath it, then yeah, without a doubt, it could be a quick sweep of the highs and then start breaking down again based on that ABC flat, which could be a possible, as long as you don't take out this low over here, which is the invalidation for that impulse, right? Wave 1, you cannot overlap your wave 1 with the wave 4. So it's just like really ever so slightly getting above this high. If this were to be an ABC flat, you can't go much higher because then you're overlapping this pivot. Then that ABC flat scenario is invalidated. Now, that means that this fifth wave would be completed. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Maybe then you're forming a much larger ABC move. There is a scenario here for this to be... Would I take into consideration that this has been an ABC corrective move right there? The thing about this, I mean, like yesterday, we formed 5 waves here. We formed a 3-wave move here. This is the situation right now. It does look better for this to be a 3rd wave, 4, still in the 4th and then 5, right? Or still in the 4th and then 5. It looks better just because of the aggressive move down here with high volume, even though C waves does have high volume eventually, but it looks a little bit more impulsive. But could this be an ABC flat where this, an ABC zigzag, where this move over here has been a bit of an expanding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that C wave has formed 5 waves in an expanding move. You know, this is why if the price does break up here successfully, you know, this could have been the end of a corrective move without a doubt. That there is that chance. That there is the chance with the waves, with the technicals. It is possible. So shorting here is not going to be easy. However, if you do get the good risk management, you sweep up the highs, you get acceptance, you know, you do have a tight-ish stop loss, and you have a projection just in case you have formed an ABC flat here and you're going to lower levels. We are downtrending locally, so I mean, short scalps, they are, you know, they are acceptable. We're downtrending. We got some technical reasons to believe, hey, maybe we can sweep this high and then continue down. We just need to take it with a pinch of salt and with good risk management. Let's go through comment section and go right away and say hello to the beautiful community. I do see some super chats here. My man Nicolas, thank you very much for the super chat. Saludos hermano. Take a look at Doge at the 4 hourly, going up in 5 wave move. Fibonacci and wave theory tells me it's going to the 0.6 price area. Let's take a look at Dogecoin here for my man. Why not? For my man Nicolas. Let's go right away. Take a look at Dogecoin. We got some alerts here. You are saying that we're moving in a 5th wave. Moving in a 5th wave. Oh, what time frame? I really need to know what time frame. There's multiple 1-2s here. 3, 4, 5. This has just gone parabolic. So regarding Elliott wave theory, we're not going to be doing the counts and rest of it because it's just going to take a long time. So I really needed to know the time frames. Just big parabolic move. I think that we can sweep up these lows without a doubt. I've got some alerts here, and the main reason why there's some alerts because I'm looking for these lows to be swept. So I'm interested in a sweep of these lows on Dogecoin right about the 34-cent level to then, you know, potentially speculate that this corrective move has finished, maybe in a flat, and then continue to the upside. However, I need a reclaim of those lows. I need them swept and I need them reclaimed to speculate on, okay, this is the end of the corrective move. It's just been a liquidity grab and then we're heading to higher levels. So the alerts are set there on Dogecoin at the 34-cent zone. See if we are going to, you know, it just looks very likely that we could be sweeping those lows, in my opinion. Remember, if you want to trade Dogecoin, Bitcoin, any altcoins, we have Bybit for me as the #1 crypto trading platform. You do get an incredible bonus down below on Bybit, $500. You get airdropped $500 and you can use that for your trading. If you can't use Bybit, you do have 10% cash back on Bluffin just with an email and a password. You can sign up. Okay, check it out. There's hundreds of altcoins there. Take advantage of that 10% cash back from your initial deposit. You deposit $2,000, you'll be getting $200 on top of that, okay, for your trading capital. Let's go through the comment section, analyzing very carefully here the price of Bitcoin. I think it's just a matter of time that bounce is going to happen from this range to take out $95,000 potentially. This is what I am predicting. This is what I'm interested in. And I think that could very much be a possibility throughout the next coming hours between today and tomorrow. Now, without a doubt, we need to manage risk. I did jump into a very small position. But the main reason why is because I understand that that bounce is highly probable, right? Being here or being taking out point of control, getting acceptance, and then up. So it's just depending on your risk appetite. Did manage to jump into that short position yesterday and held on pretty nicely. You know, for me, it was a scalp, but I held on to the position. and managed to profit quite nicely. It was also a small position as you are fighting the trend, right? You're in a bull market, but the analysis made sense where we're looking at this 5-wave move, 3-wave to the upside, hitting 7-8. Look, if this is a wave 2 or a wave B, this should be the area, right, where it rejects. What area? In the Legends trading community, I said, guys, you know, take them as scalps, manage risk very well. We could take out this high with a value area high of this trading zone. If you reject from it, you got an instant quick short with a tight-ish stop loss, playing out extremely well. I mean, I was really not in favor of this large move down of this ABC or this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was really not in favor of this, but I realized it could happen. So if you realize it could happen and you can manage risk, take the trade. Take the trade. Take the trade. So let's go right away. And any ideas in PITH, says Roger Tremino. Any ideas with PITH? PITH Network. PITH Network. I think it is an Oracle. It is an Oracle as well, if I'm not mistaken. We can double confirm that. The chart here on PITH. Yeah, it does look like it's rounding off here. Poof. Yeah. I think PITH Network is... I've seen many people talking about PITH. I think it is an Oracle. Let's take a look at PITH right away. I mean, I haven't done research on this. PITH Network. It's all sorts. Oracle, decentralized finance. I think it is a very good project. I mean, I have heard about it in many places. Looking at the charts, it's just slowly grinding to the upside. So it's in an uptrend. It looks very solid, and it's rounding off after this huge amount of selling pressure that we had throughout the last few months. So it does look promising for the bull run to continue on this one, right? Bottom formation, round formation. It does look pretty interesting. I mean, we're not going to go through the technicals. I would just say that, you know, it's a decent spot buy zone. It's still in a very decent spot buy zone before it really starts taking off. I mean, that's what I could say about PITH Network. I mean, this one can be traded, I think, on Bybit. It can be traded on many. It rings a bell. I have seen this one around. Yeah, you can buy it on spot and trade it as well on Bybit. Guys, make sure to take advantage of the bonus down below in the description for Bybit. You know, you can buy PITH right there. I've done no research on this one, but I have heard about it. Even the researchers from Bitcoinsensus, you know, have been talking about PITH. So it is a solid project, I can tell you that, but I can't give you too much information as I have personally haven't done research. Just by looking at the chart, it does look like it is, you know, just building up here for the price to reverse. Oracle built on Solana, says I am Asian. Okay, nice. Andy, you legends, Cade Mac, how are you doing, my brother? Andy, can you take a look at Solana? We can take a look at Solana. Mathis is saying, what do you think about the 1 fib extension at 88.8K from Monday's highs level to today's highs? Right, Monday high level. What Monday's high? All right. What do you think about the 1 fib extension at 88.8K? Taken from the highs, from Monday high levels to today's highs. Okay, I think you are taking a look at this. Yeah. The thing about this being, it wouldn't make sense, okay? For me, it wouldn't make sense based on this move, right? it wouldn't make sense. This would be an expanding fifth wave. It would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you do manage to get to the 1-to-1 here, I mean, this would be an expanding fifth wave as you are getting beneath the wave, beneath the 1-to-1, meaning that the wave 5 would be larger than the wave 3. So it would be an extensive wave 5, which is rare, but it could be possible. And I do like the confluence of what you said here. Yeah, without a doubt, this would be a wave. This is a correction, and this could be another wave right there. It is possible. This is a confluence area that we are interested in a bounce. So it also adds confluence to this to be a 1-to-1 extension with the lows here, with the value area low, with the 0.88 from this pivot to all-time high, with the 0.78 from this higher low to the all-time high. There's a lot going on here. This is without a doubt a bouncing zone. So yeah, but regarding technicals and regarding Elliott wave theory and the timing, it would be an extensive wave 5, right? An expanding wave 5, which is doesn't usually happen, but when the price drops, it drops faster than it pumps, right? So anyway, enough Bitcoin. I think we are looking to take a look at some major altcoins. We are interested in altcoins legends. Do you analyze 𝗕𝗶𝗴? No, I haven't done 𝗕𝗶𝗴, but we can take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝗴 right away. ADA. ADA, not too interested in ADA, really. For trading or for accumulating. It just pumped very aggressively throughout the last couple of weeks. Very much expected to take out March highs from this consolidation. I have to say, maybe these March highs could act as support if we manage to go all the way down there. You know, would expect this zone to get a bounce. Just an easy resistance support flip. If not, we are potentially forming a zigzag structure right over here in a corrective move, a descending wedge, right? Kind of a descending wedgie pattern. And if the price does break out the resistance, I would arguably discuss that, hey, potentially this corrective move has finished on ADA and we're going to rock it. It would be nice to see acceptance back above these lows. So if ADA does manage to get acceptance here, you know, it could be a back test and then break out. It is forming that wedgie corrective move in a zigzag, so it could be ready. However, we need a reclaim of the lows here to be quite confident that this could have been at the end of the zigzag. For either that long setup, stop loss, look for the breakout or breakout. You know, but we're very much aware of the breakouts for fake out. So, you know, there's a lot of fake outs in crypto. So there's danger on that breakout here on ADA. But anyway, not too interested in ADA, really. Can you take a look at XRP? Can you see Chainlink? Is this a 20-30% correction? No, it is not. It is not even a 9% correction, right? 8.3% correction from all-time highs of last week. Very, very small. Very, very small corrective move compared to the previous bull run where we did have 28% correction, 25% corrections, right? So if we go with that theory that, hey, we could have a 28% correction from the highs created, we could even come as low as $70,000, right? Whew. That would be something, right? That would be something. People would be in doubt if we were to go to sub 80,000 and even 70,000, right? That would be very sharp, very hard. You know, that would be a bitter pill to swallow if we were to get that pullback on Bitcoin. But yeah, without a doubt, it could happen. I was going to sell another 5% of my spot Bitcoin at 100,000. I did not sell it because we didn't reach it. So this was kind of very predictable that $100,000 was going to be front runned. Okay, we front runned it by $400. It was, no, not even that, $300, $200 front run from 100K. It's just such a solid psychological level that, you know, very much aware of $100,000 being front run, at least in the short term, right? We ain't going to smash it like, you know, we ain't going to slice through it like a hot knife on butter, right? Just go through it. It's just either going to get a strong reaction, strong volatility, or it's going to front run it and, you know, either correct with a front run or tap it and kind of correct very aggressively. You know, something had to happen here at this $100,000 for a corrective move to happen. Tapping it or without tapping it. It was very, very predictable that this was going to happen. So, so glad we got to see it. Cheeseburger. Right, FTM please, says Tyson. So many altcoins. 70K is coming in my opinion, but maybe it will take a few years. I can see us ranging for a few years on BTC at $70,000 or to $100,000, but never actually hitting it. Wow, for even a few years? I'm not sure if we are going to be ranging for a few years in between $100,000 and $70,000. Maybe for a few years. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, Sing Games. Maybe. Myro. What can we say about Myro? I think Myro is getting that decent pullback as well, guys. I mean, pullbacks are there to be bought. Myro is getting a pretty decent pullback here. For me, this box is an interesting box area to reaccumulate. It's an interesting area on Myro. There's only one issue here on Myro, that we could pull back a little bit more. And that has to do with this expanding move right there. In a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get a bit of a larger pullback, sweep up some lows, and then get the rally. Just because you have 5 waves up here. It's going to be interesting. I mean, consolidating here in the next coming days, in my opinion, will be bullish. But we just need to consolidate for a few days. We need to see proof of support. You know, we want to see these consolidation areas just to see proof of support. We're dropping down now, and dropping down, you never know where it's going to finish. So getting some reactions here in this area will be, in my opinion, you know, the moment to say, okay, guys, selling pressure has got exhausted. We're bottoming out. We could reverse from this point. But now it's a little bit too aggressive. Right, let's take a look at Dogecoin. Nothing to say about Dogecoin, XRP, Dogecoin. Yeah, guys, come on. These ones have pumped a lot, right? We really want to spot those good buying opportunities on many altcoins. XRP, not interested in XRP, guys. Come on, XRP. No. Major rally on XRP throughout the last few weeks. Testing these highs and struggling, these lower highs that were formed back in September, October, November of 2021. It's kind of swept those highs and now rejecting from them. I think a larger pullback on XRP is very much possible. You know what would be interesting here on XRP is to actually sweep up the lows that we formed last Sunday, which we did not. I mean, that without a doubt would be a scenario, because you will be flipping this resistance into support, claiming that low, and you know, this would be a potential long opportunity on XRP. Sweep those lows from last Sunday, and you know, then you're looking at this, you know, classic, right, corrective move that you're looking for the breakout at some point. but you want to complete that zigzag, right? You want to kind of look for that low to be claimed, and there's either a long here on XRP as you recover from those lows after sweeping them, and then look for the momentum to continue in the next coming days, or wait patiently for the breakout, or wait patiently for that breakout. And if it does break down to lower levels, then I would be looking for these lows to be swept on XRP, which would be a pretty devastating correcting move. But I would, you know, I got some alerts set here, and this would be sweeping up these higher lows, and that would be the level that I would be interested. This is without a doubt a bouncing zone at $1 level, basically. Nice round psychological number, $1 at this higher low. If we lose this resistance, we do not SFP from these local lows for that bounce, then this is really a zone that I'm not kind of interested in any long positions. I would rather see a deeper pullback and look for the long here at these higher lows on XRP at $1. However, you know, we could slice down here and then form that wedgie structure, reclaim the lows. You know, that might be the long, but we need to get above those lows from last Sunday. So beneath it, not interested in longs, start reclaiming, then, you know, we could analyze that situation here for that wedge to break out on XRP. I mean, just keeping it simple regarding the strategy. What about Pol? What about Mint Layer, Polkadot? Wow, so many different altcoins. Uniswap. Hello, Andy. How are you? Can you please have a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘆𝗽? I'm planning to buy 𝗕𝗶𝘆𝗽, Polygon Matic, right? What's your analysis about Matic? BTC below 91K. So many different altcoins. So yeah, could be making an ABC correction on XRP without a doubt. Yeah, this without a doubt could be that. Just regular zigzag, right? Regular zigzag here, and then we just going to break out in the next coming days. Polygon Matic US dollar. Let's take a look at that right away. Matic US dollar. What's going on here with Polygon Matic? Let's go. Yeah, Matic is... I mean, this was the sweep of the low of the bear market, was the level to buy on spot. That is without a doubt. But more locally here on the lower time frames, it does look like that we could be on an ABC flat formation here. It does look quite interesting. I think a recovery on Matic is very much possible in the coming days. That has to do with this being a initial wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. We're forming the flat here on the wave 4. We do not want to overlap this pivot, so I think we could be bottoming out somewhere in this range on Matic. What would be easier to look for a trading setup is a proper reclaim of these lows. ABC flat. Reclaim those lows from last week successfully. No, not from last week, from Sunday, sorry. Well, yeah, Sunday last week. A very aggressive long position for Matic is the 0.5 Fibonacci. If this is the low, right? This has been the low for Matic at 28 cents. Now we can clearly see that initial impulsive wave, the corrective wave, and then this one over here, 1, 2, 3, right? You're in that third wave formation. Matter of fact, we're going to take a look at the extension. I'm sure we overextended the 1.618. Look at this. This is insane. Yeah, this is clearly a third wave, right? You have Matic with this initial wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 3 topping at 60 cents. 1.618 extension from this move. So with that theory, you are looking at this double top to be an ABC flat, right? It's just highly likely. 1, 2, 1, 2. Unless 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you need another wave to take out those highs. So regardless of this being a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you got a 4, 5. Yeah, this could not be a 4, 5, 4, 5. You've overlapping this. So the ABC scenario looks like more the highest probability on 𝗏𝗡 here. However, yeah, this is the bouncing zone. The 382 to the 50% Fibonacci is where the price should bounce, 50 cents or 48 cents. So we are getting that reaction at the 382. We do have high probability on the ABC flat. However, the ABC flat extension on the expansion here, taking a look at the Fibonacci extension from the A wave to the B wave. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at this. Yeah, the 50% is a long in zone without a doubt. You need to treat it as an SFP because you basically hit the level. Once you get above the level, it's your long trigger. There's two scenarios here on 𝗏𝗡 to look for the bottom or to catch a long position. And this is really purely based on the uptrend, really purely based on Elliott wave theory and the waves and the timing. ABC flat, highly likely. Expanding flat target would be the 1.618, right? That's taking the extension from this wave to this wave to this wave. And that is sitting exactly at the 50% Fibonacci taken from this low to the high. Meaning that, you know, it's kind of your limit zone for this to be your wave 4 when we're analyzing all of this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? To take out those highs. So there's several ways to trade this. There's several ways to trade this XRP. XRP 𝗏𝗡. There's just two scenarios. I'm going to keep it simple here. 50%, 1.618 extension from this ABC flat. You treat this as hit the level, get acceptance back above. You look for the long, your stop loss is at the low, and you look for that decent recovery in the next coming days. 48 cents could be your bottom zone, give or take 47, 48 cents on this flat scenario and on the speculation of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to take out the highs here at 60 cents. It's still it's still bullish. We're just correcting. So there's either hit that 48 cent level or you don't reach that 48 cent level on 𝗏𝗡 and you actually get acceptance above this low over here, which was created last Sunday at 53 cents, 52, 53 cents. So you get that initial wave back up. And here's where you're interested in that long position to speculate that the bottom is in with your stop loss to then look for the price to break out, continue to the upside to take those highs from Monday at 60 cents. So you need a reclaim of that low without a doubt. You either tap 50% or you reclaim the low and you have a little bit of more confidence for that recovery in the next coming days. Keeping it simple, this is just a corrective move. Corrective move will bottom out at some point. So that would be the plan. If you do break down from 50% Fibonacci and you maintain below 50% Fibonacci, then I would say that there's no long trade to be taken in this zone. We could be looking at something very different. We'll just have to analyze the situation later on. But that would be the trading setups here for Polygon 𝗏𝗡. Still in an uptrend, just correcting. Makes sense. Whoops, sorry. That we are in an expanding flat here. Okay, so overall, it looks pretty damn good. 𝗏𝗡 can be traded on Bybit. It can be traded as well on 𝗬𝗫, on Bluffin, guys. Take advantage. Bybit for me, number one. Take advantage of the bonus. You get a $500 airdrop. As soon as you sign up, you can claim it, follow the steps, and use that for your trading. If you can't trade on Bybit, you got the fastest sign up exchange, which is Bluffin. Email and password, and you get 10% cash back. You deposit $2,000, you get $200. You deposit $3,000, you get $300. on top of your deposit, guys, so you can use for your trading, got more capital for your trading. Let's go right away through more comment section. I do think that it's going to be interesting here with Bitcoin. Just slowly grinding to the downside. No initial bounces just as yet. Boo boo. Interesting. What would be interesting here is to claim that low, and this could be a contracting wave to the downside, and that point of control is just going to get that bounce. You're going to get another sweep of the low, and then you're going to get the bounce. And there is a local SFP here, without a doubt. It looks very solid. I would be willing to take that trade if we sweep up the lows, because that is just where we have the point of control of this range, right? So it's a solid support level. We can count 5 waves in this move if we take out those lows. Yeah, there is a long setup. You either bounce from the point of control or you SFP from the local lows. There is a long setup right there. And the main reason why is because you have that wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and from today's lower highs, that is if we don't bounce from here, you can count a contracting move from today's highs. So yeah, it would make sense for this to happen if you take out the lows. So it's going to be interesting. I would take the point of control of the range of last week as an SFP level. That might happen here on stream, or double bottom from the local lows. It makes sense. It is possible. That is if we do not break down, okay? That is if we do not break down, which is also possible. So let's take a look. 392 legends have smashed the like button. No way. I could not believe that. We are 1,600 people watching the stream, and you are saying that we only have 300 likes. I do not believe that. Hang on a second. I'm just going to go and take a hike till we get to 500 likes, legends. We could not be 1,600 people. We're talking about technical analysis, the possible trading setups, and we haven't got even 500 likes. I don't believe it. You lazy boogers. I'm out. I'm taking a hike till we get to 500 likes. Oh wow, that was quick. That was quick. That was super quick, legend. Oh my god, 600, man. This is going higher than expected. Guys, absolute legends. Let's go right away. It's time for comment section. Like for Andy's Alpha Quick. Thank you very much, my man. Let's take a look at the comment section, guys. I know there's a lot of people here. I would love to take a look at all of your altcoins. I'm going to go just quickly through some altcoins that I think they are in great buying zone, guys, in this corrective move. Constellation DAG, Cadena. We are in such a great position here. I did not sell any, even though I was very tempted. I am very tempted because for me, a 2x is a lot, okay? You know, I really did position myself on Constellation DAG, on Cadena at those low levels, right? And many other altcoins such as ICP, right? 𝗬𝗫, all of those that have, you know, initially got the pump before it got the pump, right? I was very tempted because it's a lot of money for me. Doing a 2x, right? Or even a 3x in the case of Constellation DAG, buying here beneath the 3 cent level. But there are some other ones that I have been buying up, and one of them is Fowler Network, guys. This one was mentioned on the previous stream. This is an insane AI project. It's not an AI, it's in everything. It's DeFi, it's all sorts. This is a very solid project, And this one is just tapping the resistance from this accumulation zone. Now, this is what happens when you are at bottom formations, okay? It's natural to hit the highs of the accumulation area and even pull back, right? There is a bit of risk here of buying and being in unrealized losses for a couple of weeks, maybe, guys. You know, there is that risk. However, unrealized losses, you can hold them very nicely, right? You do not lose until you sell. So it's just a bumpy ride that you would have to take as we are trying to break through the resistance from the accumulation zone, just like we did right over here in December of 2023, right? You had a large pullback and then bottom formation, selling pressure, exhausted for several months, and you have a resistance high from the accumulation zone that is tapped, and you get that pullback. Now we are getting something very similar here, right? Where we are hitting the resistance highs from the last few months here at 14 cents. We had a couple of attempts the last few days. It's not quite managing to break out, especially with Bitcoin pulling back. It's not bringing that confidence. So we could see a little bit of a pullback here in the case of 𝗬𝗨 network, which is still in a great accumulation zone. 11 cents, 12 cents, 10 cents, right? Before we get that breakout in the next coming weeks, which I just think is a matter of time, guys. So I'm taking this Bitcoin pullback as an opportunity on several altcoins that haven't broken out. I'm not interested in DAG. I'm not interested in Cardano. I'm not interested in, well, 𝗖𝗵𝗃 is just next level, right? I think this pullback on 𝗖𝗵𝗃 getting down to $10 or so per coin is going to be very interesting. I think 𝗖𝗵𝗃 is going to smash throughout the March highs, which, you know, 𝗖𝗵𝗃 is a very solid project. I think it's still in a very good buying zone, but 𝗬𝗨 network that can be traded on Bybit. You can buy it on KuCoin, traded on Bybit, okay, on perpetual. It's you know, a great zone in my opinion. Now regarding 𝗖𝗵𝗃, Umbrella, not much to talk about on Umbrella. I think Umbrella, same scenario on Umbrella. We did pull out this one on the stream yesterday. It's in the accumulation zone, bottom formation zone. It is just testing the highs and it's struggling to break out, okay? But it's just a matter of time that it will get that breakout, because altcoin season is really not here yet, okay? And it's rare to see altcoin season still when we have the Bitcoin dominance, all right? The Bitcoin dominance not getting the major pullback just yet. We've only dropped 1-2% throughout the last few days. We need to see those big drops of 5-10%. That is when altcoin season is, you know, kicking in very aggressively, which eventually I do expect happening throughout the next coming months. So we're just kind of in the initial stages. We've been catching the bottom on many good crypto projects such as Constellation DAG, you know, Cardano, and we've been talking about Cardano and the other L1s, Polkadot as well, many weeks ago, right? Throughout the last few weeks. So if you did position yourself on those, you are in a great position at the moment, which I would hold and I would maintain for the next coming weeks, if not few months, because we haven't even started the major hype altcoin rally. It's, you know, we need to understand this, guys. We need to understand. This is why I'm not in favor of buying the pumps. You know, guys, this one broke out already. We're not interested. It's pumping. If Bitcoin pulls back, we're going to see a pullback. If you buy now, you're going to hold unrealized losses. So if you did buy yesterday, right, those pumps on several altcoins, you know, you're going to hold unrealized losses right now, right? Which is going to be fine. It's just, you know, be ready psychologically that you need to hold on for a few weeks, those unrealized losses with this pullback. But we haven't seen the altcoin season start yet very aggressively, which is going to be happening throughout the next coming months. The dominance of Bitcoin will drop as we do understand the money flow. This is how it works. This is how it's always worked. And this is how people speculate. People are in crypto to make money. They are not in for the technology and the revolution. They're in here to make money. still, right? That's I'm here to make 2, 3, 4, 5 X's, right? I'm here to flip dollars. I'm not here because of the technology. Only for Chainlink. Only for Chainlink. I think Chainlink will revolutionize, of course, blockchain technology, bring in real world data. But we're here to make gains, right? So when we understand how the cheat sheet works, right? It's gonna happen, right? We're gonna see that money flow, large cap, mid caps, altcoin season, low caps, and we are not even in the middle stages, right? We're in the beginning stages of seeing those signs of altcoins from altcoin season. We need to get into the altcoin season range here on the altcoin season index. This happened back in January, February, where altcoins were flying, right? In Q1 of 2024, we got lots of altcoins doing a 5x, some doing a 10x, some meme coins doing a 20, 30x. So we're in that beginning stages, and we still have some time to go throughout the next coming months. Okay, so these pullbacks are going to bring some major opportunities. Let's go right away through the different. I have one for you, Andy, hot, which is Holochain. Yes, let's take a look at Holochain. Why not? I think I pulled it on the chart the other day. Not on stream, I have to say. We didn't pull this one out on stream. Holochain, yes, we did get a pretty decent pump on Holochain the last few days. We have, I would say, coming down to the resistance level to find support would be ideal. Got a major pump, now it's getting the pullback. I'm skeptical on this, very much. I really want the price to come down to the resistance zone, find some proof of support if you're interested in buying this one. But I really want to buy the ones that are haven't even left the zone from the last few months. The ones that have left the zone, I'm not too interested. Dale's gifted 10 Bitcoinsensus memberships. Thank you, my man. Much love to you. Much love. We got so many likes in the last few minutes, last 5 to 10 minutes. Holochain, not too interested. I want to go through a little bit of a few things, guys, a few theories that I do want you to understand where to heavily start collecting profits on altcoins, on your spot bags. And I need you to pay attention on this because it's important, guys, right? A lot of people will believe, what is your target zone for certain cryptos, right? Are you selling Polkadot? At this target zone? Are you selling Chainlink at $100? We need to understand the total crypto market capitalization, right? Excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? The altcoin basically market cap. And what is very interesting about this is on the previous cycles, okay, and we can get the chart here, and well, no, I've got both of the charts here so you can see it. This right over here is the total Bitcoin market capitalization. When we topped out in December of 2017, Bitcoin's market cap was round about $330 billion. When we take a look at the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically all of the altcoins except Ethereum, it peaked out here in January of 2018 at 340 billion. The same market capitalization as Bitcoin, where it peaked out. This is a very interesting theory, guys, because we can use it in our advantage, right? Now we are looking at 2017 here. When we do take a look at 2021, Bitcoin's market capitalization peaked out just over $1 trillion, right? 1.2, 1.3, give or take. When we take a look at the altcoin market capitalization, also peaked out at the 1.1, almost hitting 1.2 trillion. So it seems like the altcoin market peaks out, right? It looks like that the money flow is so perfect, right? It's kind of, okay, Bitcoin peaks out at 1.2 trillion money flow from Bitcoin to altcoins. Altcoins peak out at 1.1 trillion. It seems like money flows from Bitcoin to altcoins. And you can see it on the market capitalization here. It's the same market cap on Bitcoin on the peaks than for the altcoins, which is very interesting to see. So with that theory, for the moment, Bitcoin almost tapped $2 trillion, right? As the market cap of the altcoins peaks out at a very similar market capitalization as Bitcoin, and I do see Bitcoin market cap actually extending to 2.4, 2.5 based on this cup and handle. So there's still more to run here, in my opinion, eventually on this cycle. Then, you know, at least the total crypto market cap to hit 2 trillion, right? The money flow to hit 2 trillion. And that is coming all the way up here, right? If we were to equal the previous cycles, Bitcoin market cap 1.2 trillion, total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum 1.1 trillion. Also same here. So Bitcoin almost tapped the 2 trillion the last few weeks. So giving you that possible extension here for the next coming months for the altcoins to actually hit 2 trillion, which is over than double than what it is right now. So, and I do expect Bitcoin to go to higher levels eventually. So, you know, with that theory, we do have still a lot of room to grow. All right. It does take time. Look at the total crypto market cap here throughout the previous cycle. Major rally, big major crash, continuation to the upside. So we don't need to be worried about any pullbacks. We are in bull run. We need the corrections. We're not just going to go up in a straight line, right? Just so you understand, minus the World War III anyway. Well, yeah, I mean, the Black Swan event could be always around the corner, right? We never know about these events. Black Swan event, without a doubt, could happen. We just don't know that. So, hey, we just don't know. Anyway, Andy, check when BTC hit $100, 1K, 10K, every time there was an extreme correction. You know what is interesting? What day is it today? What day is it today? Today is the 26th of November, right? 25th, major drop. 26th also dropping aggressively. Let's take a look at the 4-year cycle theory. This is very interesting indeed. And take a look at the 25th, 26th of November of 2020. Okay. There we have it. Right over here. It seems like the 25th, 26th of November is it's just bearish. This is the 25th and 26th of November right over here. After rallying so nicely here throughout November, October, November, these 2 days were very bearish in 2020, just 4 years ago in the bull market. How curious is that? 17% dump in 2 days. The exact 2 days that we are having now after a major rally. We fast forward and 25th and 26th of November after a major rally, we are getting that pullback. So, hey, history does not repeat, but damn, we're correcting the same days from the bull run 4 years ago, right? So it seems like we are very much moving almost the same, not the same eventually. Hi, Andy, your thoughts on Trias, please? Absolutely. We can take a look at that right away. Okay. We can take a look at that right now. Hang on a second. Let's go. Right away. So, yeah, let's go right away and take a look at this. Trias. Let's take a look at Trias. Why not? What is this crypto? I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is. Trias Labs. What is this? This ain't doing too well, I have to say. This ain't doing too well. This was launched this year. Trias Labs. Oh. Let's pull out the chart on this one. But this is at rock bottom levels. It's testing the lows from the launch. I have no idea what this project is, but if it does have a chance, it needs to start, you know, going sideways here. The selling pressure needs to get exhausted. It's basically at the lows from the launch. I mean, if you are interested in buying something, without a doubt, if it's crypto related, you want to buy it at the lows, right? So, however, I'm not sure if this is going to continue that death spiral, right? We need a little bit of sideways momentum. This is still very strongly downtrending. We need a little bit of sideways bottom formation here in the next coming weeks. So I have no idea about this project. I'm not sure if it's a rug pull. Just don't know what it is. So don't know about the tokenomics, trustworthy and reliable, intelligent, autonomous systems. Yeah. It's testing the lows of the launch. So yeah, it needs to go sideways a little bit. We need to see a little bit of signs of strength here, a little bit of pumps, a little bit of sideways momentum. You know, just to realize that the selling pressure is getting exhausted. There's no more selling pressure. It needs a few weeks of sideways range here to really spot the bottom, right? It still hasn't, you know, it's still very much downtrending quite aggressively, right? There's no flat formation here forming just yet. So once that happens, then you could be pretty much confident that the price is bottoming out and it will bring you a good opportunity zone. So still very aggressively moving to the downside. No good, Andy. They had liquidity problems and got onto Polygon chain. Well, there we go. You know, this is why we need to research, okay, a little bit of the project, even though it's at the lows. So it seems like it's they've had liquidity problems and but anyway, the chart, like I mentioned, still doesn't look healthy, right? A healthy selling pressure exhaustion would be sideways momentum for several weeks, and you know, realizing that the selling pressure has got exhausted. If we got this extra price action, I would say this is bottoming out here. It's bottoming out, but it's still very aggressively downtrending, right? There's no sideways momentum here at the bottom. So yeah, like I said, even the chart doesn't look that great. This could still continue that death spiral downtrend. Just keeping it simple here, guys. You know, no. How about 𝗕𝗶? Great project. I did buy some. I did deleverage because you know, I didn't know about the token unlocks, but it got the pump in the end. It broke out. So we did realize that this was a bottom formation just a few weeks ago. I did buy some at the $5.50 range, right? I'm not sure if you remember, if you've been on the stream following the last couple of weeks. I did buy some, and the next day I said, guys, I'm deleveraging a little bit just because of the token unlocks that there are on 𝗕𝗶. It's an awesome project, but it finally got the breakout. So I'm still holding some of that coin, and I'm happy to do so. We just realized, you know, this is why charting is very important. Even though there was a token unlocks, we realized that, hey, selling pressure is flattening out here, and we're forming a little bit of a triangle, symmetrical triangle formation, and this coming from a major downtrend is no bear flag. It's selling pressure getting exhausted. So we realize the potential of that inverted head and shoulder, right, symmetrical triangle breakout like many other altcoins, and it's an awesome project. Just the token unlocked was something that I was a little bit skeptical about. So I deleveraged. I did put quite a significant chunk and just sold 50% just to stay on the safe side. There was some other altcoins that I was interested in buying, but still hold some here at the $5.50 zone. Doing pretty good. Still doing pretty good. I think the continuation to the upside is very, very likely on 𝗕𝗶. Legends. Brett is in a sexy bull flag. Let's take a look at Brett right away. Let's smash up the like button. We can get to 1,000 likes, legends, without a doubt. Brett is in a sexy bull flag. Remember, you can trade Brett on Bybit. Okay, Bybit, you do have Brett here. This for me is number one crypto trading platform. You can buy it on spot. You can leverage trade it. Take advantage of the bonus down below, $500 airdrop. And if you want to buy altcoins, trade them, Bybit is number one in my opinion. If you can't trade on Bybit, you do have Bluffin or 𝗬𝗫. 𝗬𝗫 has low fees as well. So Bluffin, 10% cashback. Take advantage of that 10% cashback on Bluffin, guys. Just with an email and a password, you're signing up in minutes. And you're getting 10% on top of your initial deposit. Signing up with that link down below, guys. Take advantage. There's hundreds of altcoins there to be traded. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm looking for that Bitcoin bounce, guys. Regardless, taking out point of control of that range of last week or not, we are looking for that bounce, okay? I think $95,000 is very much on the cards with that movement down or without the movement down. We talked about how to trade this. If you're in a long position, take a small position here and just be aware that the lows could be taken. But if we take those lows, point of control, you know, I would be looking for that bounce above $95,000. So it's either bounce from here or take low and bounce. Manage risk. That is what I do see here happening on Bitcoin. Ethereum is pumping. So Ethereum's pumping. We also got someone saying that 𝗏 is forming a really nice bull flag right over here. It is looking very attractive, I have to say. This does look like a very, very solid bull flag. We want to stay very cautious on those fake outs. Look how we faked out from that lower high resistance just on Saturday, right? Fake out back down to the lows. I prefer to jump into longs on the lows, guys. Look, if you did sweep up those lows, got into a long, this bounced quite a lot. So it's all about forming that range. And if you're forming a descending channel wedgie structure, jumping into the longs as you sweep up the lows is not a bad idea till you get the breakout, right? If you fake out, then you go again to the lows, boom, boom, till you actually get the breakout. So long the lows, long in the breakouts are risky. You could get those fake outs, just manage risk accordingly, right? But 𝗏 does look like it is forming this very, very solid bullish flag, descending wedgie structure. Best scenario eventually for me is looking for longs at the lows as you get that sweep, okay? It just looks very, very good. Looks very good. This is no zone to add to positions or do any funny business. You know, it could break down, guys. There's no guarantee. So manage risk accordingly if you're trading this. 𝗏. What altcoins more? What altcoins more here? Looking for easy, quick setups, guys. We're just pulling out the chart, basic analysis, basic setups, right? If not, if we're looking at confluent zones, Elliott wave theory, it's just going to take some time, guys. We're not going to do that on stream. It would just take too long. We're just looking at basic strategies and scenarios. Hey, Andy says, BTC boss, can you look at Turbo? I think it is in a pretty closer to its low now. Like you predicted, it's formed a new low. Let's take a look at that one right away. Turbo altcoin, very hyped up altcoin. Let's take a look at this one right away. Why not? Turbo Tethers. It's hit that low, so we need a reclaim of that low. Let's see if we do have another chart here. 𝗬𝗫 daily swept the low. We need to get that acceptance back above that low, okay, without a doubt. But a solid acceptance back above, unless you want to get into the breakout of this lower high, right, descending wedge potentially. We need a reclaim of the lows from last Monday, right? Not last Monday, 2 weeks ago. This is the daily chart. So we need that daily close above here very successfully. And then, you know, we could be looking for that swing long position on 𝗏, right? Or you can, you know, basically speculate on that breakout of the lower high resistance, which, you know, there's always risk on the breakout, but you just need to manage risk here with your stop loss. But it does look pretty good. But we need a reclaim. We need a breakout. As we're dropping here, it could continue going lower. I don't like getting into this. This could be a larger zigzag move to the downside. If it does drop aggressively, I would be looking for a sweep of this low. I mean, that could be a decent level. This could be a decent liquidity grab zone, and then look for that long. Anyway, legends. Acropolis. I do hold some Acropolis in my portfolio. Very small amount. Very small amount. Yeah, Acropolis is one of those low cap coins that it's an extreme low cap. I'm not sure what the market cap on this one is, but it's very, very small. I have to say, you know, you want to have some of those low cap coins. 19. Oh, sorry, not this one. Acropolis. Why doesn't it pop out here? Why isn't Acropolis popping out? Anyway, it's a very low cap coin. I think it's worth having, you know, some of this. It's very, very, you know, the selling pressure is really getting exhausted right now. It's in a downtrend, wedgie structure. I think it's a matter of time, you know, that there will be some money flowing into this at some point in the next coming weeks. You know, and when this one pumps, it pumps quite aggressively. So yeah, regarding accumulation, I think it's worth to speculate on a spot bag here in this area. Legends, I have to wrap it up. I've got a quick meeting at the moment, so let's see if I might go live. We do have some news later on today, okay? Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Take into consideration the Bitcoin technical analysis, the education. We do have FUMP minutes at 11 p.m. UAE time. I might go live. It's a little bit too late, but maybe just to see what's going on, okay, on the FUMP minutes and see if we do get some volatility. Check the price of Bitcoin. Chill out with you guys. Make sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel for daily updates. You do have the Legends trading community. That is where we talk about daily setups, education. You do have the modules on learning how to trade there. This is where you want to be if you want to take your trading to the next level. Me, myself, okay, and 𝗕𝗏𝘆, the rest of the coaches, providing those daily analysis. You got the modules here as well to learn how to trade and look for the different setups. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.